Imagine this scenario. You're a professional cinematographer walking down a street and suddenly, whoa, you're getting put onto a film set and all they give you is an iPhone to film. What do you do?
I didn't quite get that.
Now imagine another situation where you're a newbie cinematographer and this time you're walking down the same street. But you are pulled into a different film set where they give you a fully rigged up red camera to use. What do you do?
Okay, wait. No, we don't have the money. Now, we know this kind of situations does not happen to you every day, but that has got us wondering, can a professional with an iPhone tell a better story than a newbie with a professional cinema camera? That is what we're trying to find out in this skate park today. Hi, I'm Daniel.
Hi, I'm Ba.
In today's episode of What is the Real Price of Creativity, we are measuring how much the resource of gear matter when it comes to making a great video, or
Does experience actually matter more?
which is why we'll have Jiahuey, who is our newbie cinematographer or DP with us here today. And we have Yuki, who is our professional DP here with us today.
So let me tell you a bit about today's challenge. It's pretty interesting. We will have our skateboarder here with us.
Damn. Alright.
Hello guys, I'm Akmal Zaidi.
For today's challenge, we will give you 2 hours to film out a story.
And the logline for that story will be the journey of a lost skateboarder who struggles with a trick but finally finds success at the end.
But try to focus more on using camera work and composition to really enhance your story.
So, speaking of that, are you ready for your weapon of choice?
Yes.
And ta-da!
Ta-da! So yes, Jiahuey, you'll be getting a really capable camera, a bunch of cinematic capabilities, and a lot of cinema lenses. Our choice for you today, and it's going to be an iPhone.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I love iPhone.
How are you going to approach this?
I think I'm gonna approach it as if it's emotional warfare.
Oh, okay.
Emotional
Wow.
warfare.
Warfare is not the
Wow.
right word, but I can't think of the right word.
So it's going to be very heavy emotionally, that's what you're trying to achieve?
Yeah, something like that.
To what level of experience did you use an iPhone to film seriously before?
I actually try a lot time with iPhone and then shoot reels and then you can straight away edit in the phone.
Okay, are you ready? So we only have 2 hours and your time starts now. Let's go, let's go!
Okay.
2 hours starts now.
Come on!
Alright, let's go,
Chop
let's go,
chop!
let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're in the way. I
Okay.
feel like we're in the way. Alright.
If you were the challenger, what would be your gear of choice today?
I think it'll still be red because of the lenses that we got this time around. The lenses look really sick I quite like the lenses.
Yeah, no, I quite like the look. They all look good. But I feel right is that giving you better gear, right, sometimes it's a curse also. If it's way too much, way too foreign to you, it actually makes your work more difficult, not easier. For some cases, an iPhone may actually be a better gear than a camera.
Yeah, I noticed she started to fuck the saddlebag already. She can't bother with it, right?
That's the wide shot. So now we're gonna do mid shot and also the close up. Next shot is you over here.
Wait.
I'm convinced by the end of the shoot I will have muscles.
So that's Yuki. She's still in her first set here.
Close up, you're holding skateboard. Yes already, then you go to the like determine mode, you wanna try more.
Creativity
She's using a freaking plug, the pins of a plug to hold the camera.
and tape. How is the using iPhone process?
Okay
I want to ask something, right? Because once you turn off all the lights and then just leave one light on, the whole space feels so different already.
It feels a bit messy overall. So we keep one light so we can focus on the...
Utilizing resources around her.
Okay, leave it to you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
But you know something interesting, right, that I noticed is that she changes subject in the same shot. So
yeah.
if you see Jiahuey, right, okay, he's coming in means I take him coming in that shot. If he's picking up a skateboard, I film the skateboard.
I think that's one of the biggest things about storytelling already, right? You're changing the subject. Like, what are you saying?
From the wheels up to his face, to his hands, things like that.
One thing to keep in mind is that Jiahuey was focused on the action and she wasn't that focused on the lights. As compared to Yuki, where she was focused on the light placement and stuff like that, and she knows how to utilize the people around her to get what she wants faster in the time limit.
Ending shot.
Alright, so you finish your shoot, right? Okay, wait, let me just take this off you. Were your hands numb at any point?
Now.
Oh, now? Okay.
I think it's numb like within the first 10 minutes, it started being numb already. Do you find that so-called better gear this time actually like is a hindrance towards your creativity?
Actually, no. I feel maybe kind of supports whatever vision I have in my head. Okay, for example, on iPhone focuses and then you zoom out, you want to focus out. It's really hard to do it, but for this one, I noticed that if I want to zoom out, I can always turn the focus whenever I
the
like.
focus pull
one.
knob,
Yeah.
right? Oh, I see.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yuki, how was filming with an iPhone? Was it fun?
Yeah, fun.
I'm curious, right? What limitations did you face?
That issue and then the auto exposure very annoying.
Given today's time limit and stuff like that, would you still pick a cinema camera or would you prefer an iPhone for?
I will pick cinema camera when I have a lot of crew support me and then equipment and time.
So today you are
But if,
very
if
happy.
2 hours only, okay, phone
Okay,
faster.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Yuki, for being
Yeah.
part of our challenge. I
Thank you
look
so
forward to your
much.
video.
Yes, I'm really excited for the video also. So now all that's left is for us to wait for Jiahuey and Yuki's video, and we'll see you guys back at the studio.
Alright, bye.
Bye!
Alright, so we are back.
And we would like to welcome our very esteemed guest, someone with a very average chin. Welcome, Nicholas Chin.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
I'm your average chin here.
So glad to have you here today. Why don't we start with a quick intro to them?
Hi, my name is Nicholas Chin, and I'm the founder of 2117. In the company, I'm also an executive producer and a DP.
Actually, right, is a DP's role just like on the image itself?
Everything in the image, yes, but at the same time, I think, especially being in the narrative side of things, we are not really thinking as a single standalone image. You have to think about sort of the world that the character is in, and our role is to like identify all these elements and also think about the camera movement that tells the story for the director. Ultimately, everyone needs to understand what's going on in the scene so that we are also an additional eye for the director. Sometimes framing someone within a mirror is not just because, oh, it looks cool, it's aesthetic. It's also a way to sort of frame someone as a means of like a self-reflective moment, or like you're trying to foreshadow something bad's happening. So there's many intention here when you design a shot, right? But sometimes the director focuses on that expression. But as a DP, you're able to tell it from a frame. So then that way, when you put everything together, it enhances the effect.
Let's say if on set, somehow, you missed this, the director missed this, and there was a light tube in the corner that nobody saw. Do we blame you as the DP?
You blame the post-production because they didn't erase it.
That's a good answer, yes.
Okay, in a commercial setting, everyone is ultra attentive. For example, we have a spritzer here. It could have been a misplaced. In a commercial setting, this is an easy spot. However, in a movie setting as well, you have someone called a Conti person, and you definitely will have more than one assistant director.
Okay.
So I'm not too worried about having a tube bocho or what lah.
Okay, so today you do have a good reason for being here. So you will be reviewing footages from 2 DPs that we have set up.
So today, let's try to review together, all of us, these 2 DPs' final product. Why are you laughing?
Okay.
Oh shit.
Something
flew out.
flew out. Not gonna, it feels a bit awkward.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Expression.
Yeah, it's no directing.
I quite like
Yeah,
how
that's
they
why I
use
feel quite nice.
like the placement.
I like the flare.
Oh wait, it just ends like
Okay, it cuts like that. Okay, so this is DP2.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Let's
In
watch it.
3, 2, 1.
Isn't this music from
Interstellar.
Yeah.
But they did the foreground thing also. It's super serious. What?
Why? Right? Wow, that's nice.
Slow-mo swoosh.
Ooh.
First impressions for both.
P1 and
I want to hear
DP2.
from both you guys. Let's start with Nicholas first.
Quite clear that DP2 had a bit more
Yes.
experience in what he's doing. DP1 had no clue.
Wait, how so? When you say
Yeah,
no
what are the
what?
dead giveaways?
I think the giveaway is definitely lighting. I mean, the lighting wasn't like the best, but at least it started with a wide shot. He's alone, he's isolated, like very shadowy, very dramatic shots. I think at first look, he's trying to set up some emotion of this person. Then the other one, I'm not sure if because of lack of resource or what, there was no input whatsoever to establish that. And a lot of the angles for DP1 is very observational, very from far. He could have been closer. But if you look at the way they framed and established it, I think DP2 had more experience.
It's more intentional,
Yeah,
is it?
he gave more thought to what he's doing.
I think that's part of like what Nicholas said just now, how a DP has to understand like the bigger picture also, right? The character
yeah.
behind the world and all.
Yeah, sometimes making it nice doesn't really matter.
For DP2, I felt like the approach felt a bit more, maybe it's because they used a Nike slogan, but it felt a bit like an ad, especially with the three vertical.
Yes. It wasn't necessary to turn it into an ad. But I guess
okay.
it was also a way of being a bit creative.
We never mentioned if it was supposed to be a commercial or a narrative short film or anything. We wanted to be as fair as possible without any bias.
Sure.
But yeah, the first thing Nicholas said was actually lighting first.
Lighting.
And that's quite interesting because for both of them, right, we didn't provide them with anything too fancy in terms of lighting gear. But then I think it's cool how DP2 just straight up like off all the lights there.
So when it comes to making a film, every single thing is your control. Even like you guys are here, these are all your selections, right?
Yeah.
Your picks, right?
Yeah.
Then that's where you truly own the image or the story or the visual that you have.
Speaking of control, I think the less resources you have, I think the less control you would have. Is that fair to say?
You can kind of say so. For example, if you have less resource means you're depending on someone's kindness sometimes. Let's say you're asking for a favor,
Yeah,
or
true.
I come in for free, so like I give you 2 hours only. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it comes in many forms.
Yeah, but I think you can also sort of take advantage of seeking someone's interest by being very genuine with your intention.
Which is why actually I wanted to package it into like the context of this entire series, right? Where we are exploring the resources and stuff like that. Actually, to me, okay, resources is pretty black and white. You either have it or you don't have it.
Sure.
But I think what you were trying to say just now also was like, sometimes if you are sincere or if you believe in what you do, there is more than what you actually have out there
You
for
can
you.
obtain
For sure.
more resources lah. You mean.
I think that's a very powerful message, to be honest.
Actually, I have a thought when I looked at it, right? I felt in some ways DP1 could be a director, DP2 could be a DP.
Whoa,
DP1 should direct. My first impression felt like DP1 was able to bring out a bit more frustration than DP2.
Actually, that's what you said just now also, right?
The way DP2 brought up the realization that he can perform was a bit weak. DP1 had that throwing skateboard
That's
and all
about the
that.
build of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story-wise, felt a little better in comparison. So if DP1 were to direct DP2, maybe they would have combined and do something
It'd be
better.
a good harmony.
So sometimes it's not just about like giving you all your resources, but also knowing how to utilize your people and your equipment, your money all effectively. Yeah.
For sure, yeah. Like, I probably would have been DP2 if I'm here. Because why? I take care of my aesthetic, but I don't pay attention enough on the story.
If you were in DP1's shoes, what would you have done differently?
Differently, yeah.
Or not too different from what DP2 would have done. Lighting is one. Maybe being a bit closer with the subject. just to feel his struggle a bit better. Like he was so pissed off, but you cannot feel it because you're so far away.
Right, yeah.
So it's important to sort of bring the audience into your own shoes and let them feel what that subject is feeling.
Okay. So actually, we do have some twists. One is filmed with an iPhone, and another one was filmed with a red cinema camera.
Okay, is it as simple as DP1 was phone and DP2 was the red?
Is that your final guess?
Oh, shays.
You want to rewatch?
I don't mind, yeah.
Okay, so this is DP2.
Choose the phone.
This is the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you change your?
Yeah, why do you change your answer?
Because of the frame rate.
Oh, the frame rate.
This looks very 30 FPS.
Wait,
Oh,
you
the 5 FPS.
You can see the difference in 5 FPS.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I don't know, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that to be the
Yes.
reason you chose
I
that.
thought it would be
not
the
the
dynamic
5
range.
FPS.
Yeah. I thought it would be the dynamic range or... No.
Wow. Okay, I'm really not expecting this.
Yeah, and actually there's one more. DP1 is actually a newbie, so it's the first time operating on a red camera, and then DP2 is...
More seasoned person. I think one thing I can tell, now that you tell me that DP1 was a newbie with a red camera, that's one of the more common mistakes. Because you handed an unfamiliar system. Like for example, I use all kinds of cameras. In my early days when I used the Alexa, there was such a weight on me as a newbie that I feel like, wow, my work has to be good. And you end up not performing. Of course, everyone can get familiar and be better over time. But if let's say it is a one-off thing, for sure the person will not. Like you can tell the framing was not stable. There were some out of focus shots from DP1. DP2, it felt more effortless with the way he framed. It had that glide that an iPhone will be able to give you. Whereas the other girl probably felt it was heavy and couldn't move much.
It's my first workout in months.
And also another thing is sometimes the expectation is a bit higher on me because I'm using a red, right? Then you get a bit caught up with that.
Yeah, pressure, too many things going on.
Yeah.
To be fair, I
very
felt like her attention was all on just figuring out how to use the camera, that she couldn't focus on.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm done.
I had a job, one of my early jobs. I replaced someone because he felt unwell. I was available that afternoon. I just went in there, 20 over people, shooting a scene halfway, the DP just left. I went in there, I'm like, shit, I gotta pick it up, right?
Yeah.
And at that time, I kid you not, I was a DP who doesn't really know how to use a tripod.
Oh.
Because of my documentary background.
Oh.
I was very used to handheld, I was used to gimbal, and the DP I was replacing is a pan and tilt guy. I was lost. So then I was using a tripod for a while. Suddenly I just feel like this is not really me, right? Then I went to the director, I said, hey, can I just go handheld?
Oh, yo, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's
Then
so
he said,
sick.
Yeah, he said, yeah, why not? Then I went handheld and
It went a lot better after that.
it went a lot better, yeah.
I feel like that's one thing that comes with experience. I feel like the ability to notice that, okay, this is really not me. I have to do something else that is me, otherwise this wouldn't work.
In the very early days, right, when you are still very unconfident and all, I don't think I would be able to pinpoint that the problem is because of a tripod that I'm familiar with. It will be just like, shit, I don't know what's going on, and then I'll just panic.
Yeah, you need to identify very quickly or ask a lot of questions. I like to ask questions on set or before the shoot.
I realized that while we are discussing about your creative process or your workflow, usually the gear itself comes in at near the end of the list. And he keeps focusing on light, direction, the story, the production design.
In Blood Brothers, we shot with so many different cameras. But in fact, one of the shots, we just took it from the BTS guy. I forgot what Sony was using.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a BTS shot?
No, we needed cameras, right?
Oh.
Because we were shooting explosion scenes. And the director's like, hey, why don't we maximize our explosion angles? And then we're like, we're out of cameras. Then we're like, hey, the BTS guy, take his camera. This guy, what camera is it? Okay lah, take this camera, then we just shoot it. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's especially commercials lah. You're always cutting half a sec, 1 second, 1 second anyway. So does it really matter how big of a jump on the quality? Not really. Colorists these days are so good, they can color match easily. Sometimes being less particular and a bit more open-minded about the tools you use will give you better results. One of the DPs locally that I really like his work, Eyok, it doesn't really matter what camera you give him. It's more about what kind of shots or story he can tell. long time ago, I think maybe 2018 or whatever, he had a shot with, it was a festive ad. They had a cable cam. At that time, I think it was a Kickstarter product or something. Cable cams were so expensive that almost be impossible to afford a system like that that supports a big camera system. And I saw in the BTS, he was just using some Kickstarter camera with maybe a consumer grade camera. And the shot was amazing. If you watch it, you wouldn't even notice.
The camera swap.
Yeah. When it comes to storytelling sometimes, budget is not always the problem. What are the alternative solutions you have to solve your creative
Like
problem?
your creative problem solving, right? You don't have to stick with, I don't have enough budget, I can't do this.
Yeah, if I cannot rig my Airy here, I don't want to use that camera. I don't care. Yeah. But these days, iPhones have evolved. FX3s can be shown on IMAX, on F1 film. So there's really no reason for people to shy away from consumer cameras. So that human touch will never be lost. You have to be a filmmaker. You must be able to learn everything that comes at you because we are in the age of digital technology where you can be easily replaced.
Alright, so thank you so much, Nicholas, for sharing with us your experiences today. Hope
very
everyone learned
insightful.
something.
Alright, to wrap up today's discussion, Ba, what is your one main takeaway?
I think I really like the idea of how everything around us can be used as our gear, like even the walls and all of this. Like as long as you're creative enough, you can basically create with anything you have around you.
And for me, kindness and sincerity really goes a long way. As long as you believe in the work that you're doing, there will always be people willing to respond to you, right? Yeah. And that reminds me of the people that helped us out during our short film days.
Yeah, true.
So it's a very real example. What are your takeaways? Let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah, and stay tuned for our next episode where we'll be going through the creative decision making behind the color grading process. Alright, so see you guys next time.
Bye.